fit. Do me a favor, stock already.
Let me get,
Huh?
Let me get your pair of ankles, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting. Oh,
No, let fit deal with that.
Yeah, let fit.
Turn around, watch these guys. Let me deal with fit real quick. Have Rosado come over here.
Ain't got no weapons, man. It's just your bread, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, screw. Happy bro, you can turn around, man.
Damn, what's
It's
going on?
it's your ex. I don't know what it is, bro. I'm pretty sure you know what's up. You got a case out of Doral. That's where you stay, bud? No?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Gervonta Tank Davis finally broke his silence, and it didn't happen at a press conference or through a lawyer's statement. It was raw, emotional, and completely unfiltered. Sitting in the middle of his half-empty Baltimore mansion, live in front of nearly 200,000 viewers on Instagram, Tank appeared with red eyes and a shaky voice as he said, "They took everything from me." Within hours, clips of the live stream spread across social media. The same man who once filled arenas was now holding back tears as federal agents surrounded his home. His mansion had been seized, his fight with Jake Paul canceled, and his career was hanging by a thread. But this isn't just another fall from grace headline. This is the breaking point of one of boxing's most gifted, yet self-destructive stars. Let's break it down. When Tank went live that night, it wasn't part of a planned PR move. There were no bright lights, no publicists, no script, just a man surrounded by half-packed boxes, sitting in a dimly lit living room that once screamed luxury, but now echoed with the emptiness of what his life used to be. He began by addressing the fight everyone's been talking about, his canceled megabout with Jake Paul. The fight that was supposed to headline Netflix, generate millions, and maybe even save his career.
Native and boxing champ Gervonta Tank Davis is sent to jail less than a month after he was ordered to serve 3 months of home detention. He was taken into custody after an impromptu hearing yesterday, and now he will finish his 90-day sentence in the Baltimore City jail. Deputies say Davis had violated the terms of his home detention sentence in a 2020 hit-and-run crash. He said his home was too small, so he moved to the Four Seasons Hotel, but did not get permission from the judge. He received his 90-day sentence after pleading guilty in February to a crash that injured 4 people.
They took everything from me, man. Everything. The house, the cars, and now the fight, he said, his voice cracking under the weight of it all. I was ready. I trained harder than I ever have. It was a moment that showed a man caught between two worlds, one foot in the ring, one foot out, and both slipping away at the same time.
1 foot in, 1 foot out, too. What are you talking about? You know how much money you got? You know how hard it is getting out that bed to go run early in the morning and gym for hours, and you know you looking at 20 million easy. You own all this real estate. You rich. You don't have to do this ever again. Then the compounding interest, like let's say 20 million in the bank. He get 5% off of that, so he's probably making 500,000 in interest. He's not even spending his money. So it's like, hell yeah, he out of here. What? He gone.
But here's the truth. The fight wasn't canceled because of injuries or failed negotiations. It was canceled because of him. Tank's choices, his actions, and the chaos surrounding his life finally caught up. And that's when the real question hits. Tank, when you walk into the ring.
I'm curious, Tank. When you walk into the ring, how much you think you'll weigh?
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on?
I probably, that's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I weigh.
And the handcuffs too.
Huh? What are you talking about, man?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. And that hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked the mohawk is a fucking clown. We all know this. Anybody rock the mohawk. Name
You
it.
want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the fucking clown, buddy. You're the fucking clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown. I got you a poodle.
Now, okay. Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many females, like, come on. It would be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody's thing, what's the name about that, but P. Diddy. When things got like that, no, listen, when one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Hey, let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No.
Okay.
Tank was hit with a civil lawsuit from his ex-girlfriend, Courtney Russell. Allegations of battery, kidnapping, and emotional abuse surfaced, and within just 48 hours, Jake Paul's team, Most Valuable Promotions, announced the entire event was canceled. They didn't hesitate. Their statement read, "We unequivocally condemn any form of violence and will not move forward with this event." That line hit Tank like a knockout because this wasn't just another fight. It was supposed to be his comeback, his ticket back to relevance after that shaky draw with Lamont Roach. And now, in an instant, it was gone. But the nightmare didn't end there.
Tank Davis, somebody you've had some interaction with on social. What do you make of maybe the lack of discipline or arrest?
Lack of discipline. Lack of discipline. Is that what you want to put it down to?
Yeah.
More than lack of discipline. It's vile. Do you know what I mean? I don't condone that at all in the slightest. So it's not got nothing to do with lack of discipline. It's got everything to do with moral compass. And for me, that's just, yeah, it ain't right.
Just days after the fight was officially scrapped, federal agents raided Tank's Baltimore mansion as part of an ongoing investigation connected not only to the domestic allegations, but to something much deeper. Neighbors reported seeing a swarm of black SUVs surrounding the gated property at dawn. Agents were spotted carrying out boxes, hard drives, stacks of cash, and, according to leaked reports, weapons. Inside sources claim investigators discovered illegal gun parts, nearly $500,000 in unregistered cash, and security footage of unknown individuals entering the mansion late at night in the days leading up to the raid. If even half of this is true, it's not just damaging, it's career-ending.
Jake Paul knew what it was when he first signed the fight. This ain't the first time he had battery against a woman. You knew what it was when he first signed the fight. So don't get mad and cuss him out and talk bad about him now. You knew what it was when you signed up for it. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. Nobody talk. I don't talk bad about him either. But don't do the dude like that. No, the dude having a hard time in his life right now. Don't just do him like that. that. You know what I mean? Because you knew exactly what he was when you signed him to fight the first time. All I gotta say.
When Tank addressed it on his live stream, his voice cracked under the pressure. "They're making me out to be some monster, bro. Yeah, I got money, I got cars, but I ain't no criminal. I'm not who they say I am." But even his most loyal fans were divided. Some flooded the comments with "Stay strong, champ," while others were blunt. "You did this to yourself." For Gervonta Davis, this wasn't a new pattern. His story has become a cycle: success, scandal, repeat. These allegations against him weren't just rumors. They were becoming a dark shadow he could no longer outrun.
These allegations against Gervonta Davis, they're very serious allegations. Anybody that's laying hands on women needs to be shut down straight away. They need to be, for me, they need to be locked up and the key thrown away. You shouldn't touch women. They're not there to be touched and have their hands laid on them. I've got 2 daughters. I've got my wife, my mother. Anybody out there who's close relationships to women knows you do not lay your hands on women ever. Don't touch them. And if you do, you should be prisoned. As simple as that. That's my take on it. It's totally out. It's really serious. Tank needs to get a grip and stop doing what he's doing because he's got previous. This is all alleged, don't forget. It's all allegations, so we're not trying to convict anybody here on Project on Fighting. We're just pointing out the facts. He's been accused of all the serious allegations from earlier. It's not good enough, and from the fight being made to the weight disparity to Gervonta Davis being a wrong un in terms of these allegations, the whole thing is just an absolute circus.
From the outside, he had it all. A rising star under Floyd Mayweather's promotion, knockout power that could sell out entire arenas, and millions in the bank. But behind the scenes, the cracks were already forming. In 2020, he was arrested for domestic battery after a viral video showed him grabbing his then-girlfriend by the throat in public. In 2023, he served 44 days in jail for violating house arrest following a hit-and-run conviction. And earlier this year, he was accused once again of domestic assault, the case that finally shattered everything. The case that pushed his career, his legacy, and his life to the edge.
Welcome back. Champion boxer Gervonta "Tank" Davis out of jail tonight. The famous South Florida fighter bonded out less than an hour ago.
Now he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the allegations against.
At first, fans were patient. They said, "He's young. He'll learn." But after years of scandal, headlines, and repeated second chances, that patience began to wear thin. Doubt crept in. Tank is finished. Tank has hung it up.
Tank is hung him up. Shoes off. Get the bag. Put a plaque up. He's done. Tank is done. Period. Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag. For the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something so like, and he's looking like, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, get him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Even boxing legends like Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley weighed in on air, saying that Tank had too many demons and was losing his focus. And in boxing, focus isn't just important, it's everything. Distractions don't just slow careers, they can end them.
Yeah, look. I'll just say this, man. Tank Davis gotta be the most stupidest boxer ever in the history of boxing, man. And I mean that, wholeheartedly, for real. Man, $40 million, think about that. $40 million down the drain. So he calls himself, he's about his money, right? He's about business. Are you truly about business? Are you? Because, dude, like, why are you getting in these sort of altercations, bro? Weeks before the fight, like, come on, man. Like, this has been his MO. That's the issue that I'm having, right? Is that this has been his MO. He's done this the last time. He did the same thing, but the case, I guess, got dropped or whatever. But this is the thing, man. MVP should have had a backup plan because you gotta understand Tank's history, man. You know, you gotta understand his habits. You know, Tank hasn't always followed the script. Tank has always been spoiled over there at PBC. Spoiled.
Tank usually do whatever the hell he wants. Shows up to meetings late. You know what I mean? Workouts late. You know, he's on his own time. And PBC allowed him to do that. He think he can take that type of business and bring it over here with Jake Paul. Jake Paul is saying like, man, well, this dude's a clown. Like, we gotta sell this fight. I heard the fight wasn't really selling like it's supposed to. It wasn't sold out.
When Jake Paul's camp pulled the plug on the fight, most assumed it was a moral decision, but insiders say it was also a business move. Jake's brand thrives on controversy, but controlled controversy. He'll play the villain in the ring, but never outside of it. With Netflix and corporate sponsors involved, the moment Tank's legal troubles made federal headlines, the deal became radioactive. According to reports, Jake's team was already in talks to replace Tank with another major name, possibly Ryan Garcia or Nate Diaz, to keep the Netflix event alive. While Tank was live streaming his pain, Jake was already moving on and fans noticed. One comment summed it up perfectly. Jake's building an empire. Tank's burning one down. The internet erupted after the stream. Some fans praised Tank for finally showing raw emotion, seeing a man who had carried so much for so long. Others were less forgiving. One user wrote, "Every time Tank gets close to greatness, he ruins it himself." Another added, "You can't play gangster and boxer at the same time. Pick one." Even former pros weighed in. Timothy Bradley said, "This isn't the Tank we used to see. That dog, that hunger, it's gone. He's fighting battles that have nothing to do with the ring." And that's the scary part, because once a fighter loses the love for boxing, it's almost impossible to get it back.